On December 10, 2000, I received a phone call from my sister saying my father was in the hospital and he didn't have long to live. He was in a coma and the only thing he was saying was Stephanie. My name is Stephanie and I was 9 years old at this time. My mother flew me out on a red eye so I could see my father before he passed away. I remember walking into the room and he was laying there. He wasn't moving, wasn't talking, and I didn't know what to do, so I just started crying. My sister told me, go over there, go talk to him. So I went over there and I told him, I loved him. And later that night I went home with my other sister and we got woken up at 3 a.m. saying my father had died. I tell you this story because my father, he wasn't in a car wreck. He didn't have a stroke. He didn't have a heart attack. He was an alcoholic who had been diagnosed with cirrhosis of the liver 2 years earlier, and he never stopped drinking. Basically, alcoholism is a disease, and it will destroy you. It will destroy your family if you don't get help. But it is not incurable. In the next few minutes, I'm going to tell you how alcohol affects you both mentally and physically, your family, because of the choices that you make when you drink, and the ways that you can fight this disease. Little statistics. 2010, they did a study and found that 1 in every 10 people worldwide were diagnosed as either alcoholics or borderline alcoholics. It's a lot of people. And I know I hear people joke all the time, you're only an alcoholic if you go to a meeting. Well, a published definition of what an alcoholic is in the Journal of American Medical Association is a chronic disease, often progressive and fatal, which is characterized by continuous or periodic impaired control over drinking. Well, to be an alcoholic, you don't just have to drink to the point of impairment. You drink and you lose your inhibitions. You do things that you wouldn't normally do, such as drinking and driving, unsafe sex, which can cause STDs, and possible aggressive behaviors towards your spouse and your children. You also develop diseases, long-term illnesses like cirrhosis of the liver. My father had that. He had jaundice. It's the yellowing of the skin. You also have liquid buildup in your abdomen and your legs, and eventually your liver just stops working and toxins will build up in your body. Another disease you can get is gastritis. That is nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, indigestion, and even more serious brain damage and possibly death. Now these are just a few of the many, many illnesses alcoholism can cause. But alcoholism it's not just affecting you. It's a very selfish disease. It will affect you and the ones who love you and care about you. Basically, like I said earlier, it changes your behavior when you drink. You may become aggressive towards your spouse, your children, and this mental and physical abuse that you cause them can oftentimes lead to divorce or even having your children taken away from you. It's very serious, and oftentimes children blame themselves if you get a divorce. They start acting out in school, they get lower grades. It gets pretty serious for children. But like I said, it's not incurable. They have ways to help you get through this and get over it and stop drinking. One of the more infamous cures for alcoholism is Alcohol Anonymous. I went to these meetings with my father. Basically what they do is they get around in a group and they talk about how they've been doing as far as not drinking, and they give each other tips on how to stay sober. And everyone has everyone's number, so if you feel like you need to take that drink, you call someone and they will help you. They'll talk you out of it. Another one, a meeting, it's more for the family members of alcoholics. It's called Al-Anon. Basically what that is people who are family members, alcoholics, get together. They discuss things that they have been through because of their family member being an alcoholic, and also ways to get through each and every day being with someone that's an alcoholic. And one of the more serious treatments for alcoholism is rehab. Basically, you'd go to a facility where they control your diet, control everything that goes in your body. They monitor you all day, 24 hours, and you'll also you'll receive counseling if you want that, possibly even family counseling, to help you and your family out. Basically, what I want you to take from this is alcoholism, you can cure it. And if you don't, it's going to hurt you and it's going to hurt your family. You can die. You can abuse the ones you love. You can lose your family. It's serious if you don't get help.